Donald Trump just dropped a big bomb on the dropshipping business model in the US. From now on, all the goods that come from China inside the US will be charged with a higher tariff, which means your margins go to shit. But in the meantime, I was able to scale my brand new store from zero to its first 10K in revenue in the last 30 days. Yes, we did have Chinese New Year, so I was not able to scale harder. But from now on, I'm pushing the pedal to the metal. Why? Because I have this blue ocean. And I want to show you in this video how you can survive in 2025 with dropshipping, even though we have higher tariffs from the US. So if you're wondering, is dropshipping right now completely dead? No, it's not completely dead. You just need to adapt quickly. So let me show you exactly what you should be doing to survive in 2025 with your dropshipping store. Okay. So let me go into the 2025 game plan for dropshipping. As you guys can see, I got this message from my supplier literally yesterday that it says, "Hello customers, we have started working from today. Currently, most of factories have returned to work. You can start advertising now. Chinese New Year is over. This year, we will continue to provide preferential prices and good services." We received a notice on February 5 that the US Customs will add taxes, and as it now stands, because the goods of the logistic companies have not really arrived yet, the US Customs, we are currently not certain how much tax will be added. In view of this, we suggest that the shipment to the US will be suspended for 2 days to see how much is actually needed. And I just heard that it will be between 10 till even 60% depending on the category you're selling. So the margins in the US markets are literally gone within seconds. So let's start with the 2025 game plan for dropshipping and how to survive this year. So let's start with step number 1. Step number 1 is that you identify the best non-US markets. Because we should be moving outside of the US as quick as possible and tap into different markets. So right here, I have my favorite markets that you should be testing even this week already. So first of all, it's the EU market. This market is the easiest market to tap in without even having to hustle with these crazy margins. My favorite markets in here is the Germany market, Netherlands, France, Spain, Italy, and the Scandinavian markets, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, this kind of countries. And then we have the UK. Why the UK? It has a stable economy and it has a high average order value. A lot of people have a lot of money there to spend, and this is exactly what I'm doing. Here you can see the Great British Pounds. I started this store in the UK market as well. So the other market that I really recommend is the Australian market. It has high margins and it has a great demand and low competition. So this is a really good market to tap into straight away. So now we have identified the best non-US markets. We go to step number 2. And step number 2 is, of course, work with a reliable supplier. You cannot use AliExpress or any kind of shady different platforms to sell your products with. No, you need a private supplier. The Chinese suppliers will be happy with the new markets that you're going to test because you're just selling the same products but now in different markets. And normally these markets are even cheaper. And that's really good. More margin for you, more profit for you, okay? So what you need to focus on is having a good relationship with your supplier. You cannot just quote 20 different products and don't use them. That's really hurtful for your relationship with your supplier. You should be building a good relationship with your supplier, so in the later future, you will have better prices, quicker shipping times, and just overall a better connection. So if you guys want to use a private supplier, I just dropped my private supplier in the description. You can just use them. The minimum order quantity will be 3. So if you're not active with your dropshipping store or you're not doing anything, don't start with them because they will not apply the business for you, okay? You need to have at least 3 orders already. Just have 3 orders and you can contact them. If you're not having any orders, just wait till you have your first few orders and contact them straight away and let them quote you, okay? That's in the description. So now you have the reliable supplier that I've used for generating more than 10 million in revenue. I will go to the next step. And the next step is that you need to set up your store for international sales. Why? Because we're going into different markets. And normally you only have the US market active. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna use the Shopify payments market options to sell in local currencies. And that's exactly what I've done. Here you guys can see, I started in the UK market. 44% of the sales that you've seen in the last 30 days came from the UK market. That's where I started. But recently I added Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and even the US. Well, I killed the US market because of the news, so it only had now 4% of the sales. But you guys can see that Italy is picking up, France is picking up, Germany is picking up, the Australian market is picking up. We're already profitable in these markets because I only started with a 20 euro daily budget on this market. So this is really, really good. And the UK market is really crushing it for us right now. So now we use the TLab AI app on Shopify for 100% translation. Because now you may be wondering, yeah, but Jesper, how can you sell with a UK store in Germany, Italy, and France where they speak different languages? Well, guess what? We have an app for this. The TLab app. It's completely free and you can just add as many languages as you want and be able to translate when people come onto your store. So when someone from Germany comes on my store, the language will be automatically translated with AI in the German language, which is insane. So you guys can see, I have the German market active, I have the French market and the Italian. All languages are here completely enabled with AI, which is insane. And guys, to be honest, I was shocked with the performance of this AI tool because the translation is really, really good. I do speak a little bit of German. I do speak, of course, the Dutch language. And I've seen the language translation is really, really good. So use this app to be able to sell in different markets, okay? So then what we do, we look for the international payment options and see if you can apply for it. Some markets will have different payment options. So for example, I don't go to Portugal, which has MBWay, Multibanco. It's pretty hard to apply for this payment option if you don't have a Portuguese company. So I'm not using the Portuguese market. But in Italy, they mostly use, for example, credit card and PayPal. In Germany, they use a lot credit card and PayPal. In the French market as well. So I focus on the markets that use mostly credit card and PayPal so you can cover 80% of the sales. It's fine. If you lose 20%, for example, in Switzerland, they do have some local payment options like Twint, but if you don't have it, you can still crush it in the Swiss market with only PayPal and only credit card. So make sure you have a business PayPal account and make sure you use Shopify Payments or Stripe to collect credit card payments. So now you have set up your store for international sales. We go to the last step. And the last step is that we're scaling and testing internationally because now we just need to test these markets. If we're going to run different markets like this, you will be spending a little bit more. But don't worry, we use Google Ads for our dropshipping store because that's what I've done. I've been able to generate more than 10 million in sales in the last 5 years in the EU markets using only Google for my dropshipping stores. So I'm not spam testing creatives on Facebook or on TikTok. I don't have any account bans or any crazy shit. No, I only use Google. And that's exactly why I'm, by the way, here. This is a different environment. I'm here in Poland with the whole team of my agency. I run a Google Ads agency as well. So we're now just thinking together how we can help our clients scale in the EU markets. So don't start with Facebook ads, start with Google Ads. Facebook ads is top of funnel. Google Ads is bottom of funnel. So people are actually searching for your product already. It does make sense, right? If you want to buy, for example, this jacket, you go to Google and you type in jacket for men. And you will just look at the images and you determine which one you're going to buy based on the price and the image. So when people want to buy, they go to Google. So guess what? The conversion is way higher on Google as well. So I always start with Google. And maybe later I will add TikTok or Facebook to drive more traffic. But you start with Google Ads and you don't start with Facebook ads, okay? What we do in the campaign section, we use the magical PMAX campaign. This PMAX campaign is amazing. You can start at a $40 budget. With this $40 budget is going to test all the products that you have in your store, but you will not be charged with clicks. You will not be charged with impressions, but you will be charged with clicks, which means on Facebook and TikTok, if even the customers scroll past your advertisement, your ad, you will be charged by impression, CPM. And normally the CPMs are pretty high on Facebook. With Google, it's the other way around. If you get impressions, you will not be charged. Only when people click on your product, then you will be charged, which is good because people click when they have seen already your image and your price, which is way better. This is why I love this PMAX campaign, because you're able to spam test a lot of products without getting charged for it, which is amazing. And we use one PMAX per country, per market. So yes, in this case, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PMAX campaigns on a $40 budget. But you don't need to start straight away with 6 markets. Just pick one and just test this market and see if it gets momentum. If you have some budget, please test multiple markets straight away so you can see which market picked up. Because, for example, if I did not test the Italian market, I would have missed 16% already of the sales, and I did not know that it would pick up this quickly. Okay, so make sure you have some budget and you can test multiple markets at once. So what we do if we want to search for winning products, we use localized keyword research and Google Trends, which makes sense. So for example, if you go to Google Trends, you can see if the trend is picking up, if it's evergreen, if it's going down. You can literally see what people are searching on Google. So if I go, for example, now to Google Trends, what I did, I searched for leather jacket in Australia. Why Australia? Well, I show you exactly why. Because now we're in February, at the beginning of February, and normally I've seen that in February, this thing starts to pick up. Because there, now it's summer, but it will get autumn and it will get colder soon. So you can see we will ride this wave like crazy. You see it's now very, very low, but after this, it will pick up like crazy. But if I would do this, for example, in the United Kingdom market, let's see in the UK market, we can see a different route. For example, here we see that it's on the lowest around August and July, and then it picks up until the winter. So you need to make sure that you know the season in the market. If you're, for example, selling fashion, the market and the season of the market is very, very important. Here in Europe, right now in Poland, it's pretty cold. It's pretty cold. So selling a leather jacket would maybe not make sense. Winter jacket would make way more sense. But I can guess within the next 2 months, even here in Poland, the weather will be great. So then people start wearing thinner jackets, like leather jackets. And you can do this with every keyword that you want to do. Google Trends, it's free. Google Keyword Planner is free. You can just see what people are looking on Google, which makes your research so much easier. So after that, we're going to start the campaigns on $40 budget, and we let it run for 14 days. So imagine if you have a $40 daily budget and you do this for 14 days, then you have around tested for 500 euros. And I will tell you, within these 14 days, you will be able to see some results. And probably you will already be profitable in these markets. That's exactly what I've done in the last 30 days. This store was instantly profit. We made in the first week, we already got our first 1K day with only, I believe, 3 markets on. So 120 euros spent. We got already our first 1K day. Even yesterday, we spent $100 and we did get 500 pounds, which is $600, $700. Amazing, rows of 7 yesterday, which is insane. And this is just with the exact same strategy that I'm sharing here in this document. And the last step, if you really want to take it to the next level, you should be surrounding yourself with people that are crushing it in the EU market with this strategy. And that's exactly what I have for you. Because as you guys know, I have the biggest community on school.com for Google Ads dropshippers. And I teach you there exactly how to make 1K day in 90 days or less without having any experience in Facebook or TikTok ads. You just need to follow the process that I have in here with the Google Ads Masterclass. I have a Google Ads Dropshipping Masterclass where I explain from A to Z what I'm doing. Plus, I host weekly calls, like you can see here, like almost daily calls, and you can ask any question, whatever you have, around Google Ads dropshipping. And just as I saw this, 16 hours ago, Leon just posted this. A new store, rows of 8.7. He survived Chinese New Year. He has 5 stores live, and he will be making 15K a day pretty soon. He survived the Chinese New Year's, and he's doing consistent 5K days combined with high target ROAS and 30% profit margin, which is insane. Now the new store, he's scaling to 3K days and 2 old stores to 10K days at the end of this month. It's insane. So even he just started. He has 800 euros in revenue with 95 euros in ad spend on the first days of testing. That's how powerful Google Ads dropshipping is in the EU market. So if you want to learn how to make 1K a day with Google Ads dropshipping on autopilot, click in the link in the description and I will see you in Freedom Achievers. And if you want to know why Google Ads dropshipping is going so ballistic right now and why it's so easy, you should be checking this video. I explain exactly why Google Ads dropshipping is on easy mode in 2025, and I see you in the next one.